Welcome guys to the new episode of Python programming series. In this episode we are going to discuss about loops in Python. Let me explain you what exactly is the loop. For example, we have some range here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now you have to print these numbers in Python. So there are two ways you can do this. Either you can print it this way 5 times, right? You can print it this way, and if this list goes on up to 100, okay, till 100 you have to print this number, then this is not possible as a human, right? So in that case you can use the concept of loop to print this number, and if this number goes till 1000 or lakh, 10,000 or lakh, even then also you have to write only few lines of code. So the concept of loop comes for repetition, right? It is also called as iteration. Let's write one program here so that you get clarity about loops in Python. Okay, here we have to write some condition, okay, and based on that we will print. Okay, so the condition here will be I want to print the numbers till 50, and if that loop completes we have to print it's done. Okay, okay, now if you notice, when I have added this line here I is equal to I plus 1, then the output is printed up to 50. Okay, if I scroll, and at the end when it is done, it's printing it's done. But if you notice, if I remove this line and run the program, this loop will be executed for infinite times. Now how this is happening, let me explain you. Firstly we have I is equals to 1. Okay, now here the value of I will be 1, and the condition it will check I is less than equal to 50, which means 1 is less than 50, then it will print the value of I here, and I is equal to I plus 1. What is the value of I? Value of I is 1 now. Now it will be incremented by 1 and it become 2. Okay, now first this line is executed. Okay, then second this line is executed, then this line, then this line. Now instead of this loop, again the control will flow to the second line till the condition is not satisfied. Okay, so here the value of, firstly the value of I was 1. Now the control will come to this line and value of I will become 2. This will print the value 2. Okay, in the output I will print the output value here as well. Okay, print the value of I, and it will increment the value of I by 1. So 2 plus 1 will become 3. Now the control will again go to this line, 3 is less than 50, yes, then print the value of 3, and I is equal to 3 plus 1. Now it will increment this, again the control will go to this second line, 4 is less than 50, yes, then print the value of I is equal to I plus 1. Okay, now value of 5 is less than 50, print the value of I. Okay, and I is equal to I plus 1 till we get the number 50 over here. Okay, at the end, till we get the value 50, it will go here, it will check 50 is less than equal to 50, yes, then print the value of 50 here at the end. Now I is equal to 50 plus 1, it will become 51. Now the control will come to this line, 51 is less than equal to 50. Now the condition is false here, so the loop will break. Okay, now this will not get executed because condition is now false. Now it will print the outside loop statement. Okay, it's done. So in this way this loop concept works in Python or in any programming language. Okay, I hope you got the understanding of while loop here. Now let's see the for loop concept here. For loop is almost same. Okay, for example, we have to print each character in this string. We can use the for loop here like this. So you can see here the characters in this string are getting printed PRO, okay, like this. And once the loop is done, we have to print it's done. Okay, so the first time how this loop will be executed, item will pick this P and it will print this. Again the control will go to this string and it will check for this, it will print R, then it will check this O, it will print that, and the loop gets continued till we print all the characters in this string. Once this is done, the loop will break and it will come to this line. In this case, when we are using the string, and make sure you have the right indentation. If you write the print inside this for loop, then it will print it like this, P, it's done. Each character it will print this, so make sure you have to write outside this loop. Okay, now suppose we have the list over here, numbers list. Okay, list concept we haven't seen yet. Same type of number in the sequence, for example 1 2 3 4, all these are integer numbers, or it can be a list of characters like this. Okay, like this. We will see the concept of list, dictionary and tuples in our next episode, but for now you can consider this as a same type of data inside a list. Okay, now I will print item in numbers and let's print item, and once that is done we will print it's done. Okay, till 6 it has printed the list, and finally the loop gets break and it printed it's done. So for the first time 1 will be selected here and it will print, control will come to this line. Okay, for loop it will check for the second number and then it will print 2, then 3 4 5 6 like this. If you want to print the list till 100 or some bigger number, then you cannot write it as a human, right? So as I have told you, so in that case you can use the range function which is available in Python, and if I give the number 40, then it will print the numbers till 39. Okay, so except 40 it will print the number below this 39. If I write 41 here, then it will print till 40 like this, and after once the loop is break, then it will print it's done. Similarly, if I want to start the list from 10 instead of 0, so as you can see here the list is started from 0. If I want to start the list from 10, I can give the start index here as well, from 10 to 40, so it will start from 10 till 40. Okay, and if I now, as you can see here, the list is getting incremented by 1 in the output section, 10 11 12 13. So if you want to increment the number by 3 here, then it will print it like this, 10 13 16 19 plus 3. If you want to increment the number by 2, you can increment it by 2 as well. By default it's 1 here. Okay, even if you don't write it, it's okay like this. Okay, so that is all about for loop here. Sometimes you have to use the nested loops, means inside one for loop you have to write another for loop as well. So in that case, so to understand that, we will, so this is the kind of nested loop. Here I will write x and here I will write y, range 3. Okay, so inside for loop I have written one more for loop, and here I will write Okay, remove this. So as you can see here, we have the output 0 0 0 1 0 2 1 0 1 1 1 2 till 3 2, right? So how this loop is executed now, let me show you. First time the control comes to this loop. Okay, now for the first time the value of x will be 0 over here. Okay, now the control comes to this line for loop y. The value of y over here will be, first time it will be 0. Now the control comes to this line and it will print the value of x and y. I will write the output here. The value of x will be 0 comma y 0. Okay, now the control will come to this line only because the condition is not fulfilled yet. It has to print the value till 3. Okay, now the value of y will become 1 here, and it will print the xy value, which will be value of x is still 0 and value of y is now 1. Okay, now again the value of y will be incremented till 2 and value of x and y will be printed. Okay, as I have told you, range function will print the numbers till 2 here. If I give 3, it will print the number till 2. Once this while loop is executed, the control will again flow to this x for loop, this one. Now the value of x will become 1 until it becomes 3. The value of x will become 3. Till then this loop will executed, this for loop, this while loop will get executed. Okay, and now the value of y will again become 0 and 3 times it will run. Okay, now the value of x is printed and the value of y is 0, and now this loop will executed, this while loop, for 3 times. Okay, so I hope you got the clarity how this loop is getting executed. So basically this x loop, that means till range 4, which means for 3 times 0 1 2 3, this for loop is going to execute it. Okay, so I hope you got the concept of loops in Python very clearly. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section. In the coming episode we will focus on the topics like list, tuple and dictionary. Okay guys, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.